Hi everyone, welcome back to Mobility and Mindfulness. Tonight we're focused on the hips and the low back. For equipment, all you'll need is your ottoman or a couch. Let's do it. Okay everyone, our first exercise are hip airplanes. So I'm going to let you use your ottoman as a balance support. You're going to put your right hand down. We're going to use the right leg to start with. And this is how the motion goes. You are dropping your pelvis of the on the left side in and then rotating it out. Okay? So this is a active mobility exercise for your right hip right now. Okay? Because we are moving on a stable leg. So we're lifting and rotating that left hip out and away and then bringing it in. So that in essence is moving the right hip first into external rotation right here. And then as we rotate down, we're bringing it into internal rotation. So there is a little bit of work happening on both hips, but the stance leg is getting much of the work. And again, use your ottoman. Okay, switch sides over to the left. So left leg down, right leg back. Open that pelvis and bring it down. You can incorporate some arms, lift. This is where the airplane comes in. Bring that hip up, right hip up, right hip down. But again, you are actually moving your left hip, the one that is grounded, into internal rotation here, external rotation here. So it is a functional movement because you have your foot on the ground of that left side and our hips need to rotate for various activities. Good job, everyone. Keep it up, rotate, and bring it down.
5 seconds.
Up to the ceiling, bring it down. Okay, we're moving into the second exercise, and that is you're gonna use your ottoman. We're doing that pigeon pose, but modified. So your back leg is off, your front knee is flexed. You're gonna lean into that front shin, your right shin right now. Lean forward as far as you can. Then come back, rotate over your thigh, look behind slightly. We're gonna travel around that right leg. Rotate forward, and then I'm even gonna try to go a little inside. Okay, so we're just moving around that right hip, that right leg, reaching behind, reaching forward, reaching inside. Kind of stabilizing here, keeping my elbow on my leg, and then forward again. And switch. Okay, let's switch. Left leg up, right leg back. Okay. And again, you might, with my foot off, I don't get as much rotation in my left hip right now, but that's okay. It actually feels kind of good. I'm pretty tight today. So remember, with all of these mobility exercises we do, you move within your own limitations. You go where it feels comfortable, that it's a good stretch, kind of a hurt so good stretch. But you don't need to push it too much. And you can stay in one spot. So if it needs more stretch here, I'm going to sit here for a little bit. And then I can rotate again.
5 seconds.
Good job. We're almost done with this one. Okay, everybody. To a squat position. So I'm going to move my ottoman. And you're going to squat down, hands on the mat in front here. And what I want you to do is to lift one knee off of your elbow. Okay? So the idea is you're just squat down. Again, I have very tight ankles. And so if you can keep your heels on the ground, do it. Okay? But if you can't, you know what? I'm working my hips right now, so that's okay. I am trying to lift my knee off my elbow, lift my right knee off my elbow. This is hip mobility, active hip mobility. Lift, bring it back. Lift, Here we go. Knee off of the elbow. External rotation, abduction. Good job. Halfway. Lift and lift. Good job, everybody. Feel that opening up in your groin. So we're stretching those inner thigh muscles actively by engaging the glute muscles and the rotators in your glutes. Excellent exercise here. If you don't like this from a knee standpoint, we could be sitting on the ottoman to try and lift you up a little bit and just work on again, lifting that knee off of your elbow. I would encourage you to try to do squat position. You're kind of supported
5 seconds.
here. It's good to push your knees. Okay, we're gonna go down to our stomach on the mat because this one is that prone scorpion exercise. So hands are out in front and on the sides, and you are gonna lift your left leg up and behind the right side, rotating slightly. Bring it back, switch it up, right over left, reach behind. Excellent actually for hip extension and for your low back. So this is a good combination move right here, the prone scorpion. Lift, rotate, bring it back. Hip up, bring it over that opposite leg, stretch, and back forward. Up, over, down. This one is one of those that feels surprisingly good. I challenge you to do it. Granted, ladies, as I'm rotating here, you might want a pillow at your chest. That could be more comfortable. Rotate. Good work. Almost there. Rotate. That feels so good. Good movement. Remember, if you don't move, you're just gonna get stiff. We gotta keep our joints moving. That's how we stay mobile. Keep going.
5 seconds.
All right, one more. Okay, last exercise. This is gonna be for the hamstrings. So, important muscles when it comes to your low back. We're gonna get into a half kneel position. You're gonna rock back, lean forward, reach towards your toes, and then I want you to come back to stand and lift that foot off the ground, okay? So rock forward, then, sorry, I shouldn't say stand, up tall, lift, okay? Rock forward, stretch that hamstring, bring it back, lift. And again, rock it forward, stretch, right hamstring, lift. There we go. Rock it back, reach for those toes, up to the ceiling, lift that toe. Good job. Rock it back, up to the ceiling, lift, lower. Okay, switch sides. My left one's gonna be interesting. Rock it back, ooh, tight. Up, lift. The active lift is a good one to engage your quad to actively stretch the hamstring. Rock it back, stretch the hamstring up towards the sky, lift, toes up. Rock it back, up to the sky, lift. Good job. Another good control exercise actually works your balance a little bit. Sit back, stretch out, bring it up, lift. Good job. Down, up to the ceiling, lift.
5 seconds.
One more. down, up to the ceiling, lift. Yes, we did it. 10 minutes, everyone. Well done. Let's move on to mindfulness.
Today we'll be talking about the challenge of dealing with difficult people. Start by finding a comfortable and quiet place to sit where you won't be disturbed. Allow your back to straighten without hardening. And when you're ready, close your eyes. Relax the muscles in your face, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, and allow your awareness to settle softly on your breath. Instead of a laser-sharp focus, turn to your breath gently, like a leaf floating on the still surface of a lake. Simply notice the breath as it is, coming in and coming out. And there's no need to change or to lengthen your breath. Just try to stay with it as it is. As you continue to observe it without changing anything about it, be open to any sensations, any thoughts, any distractions. And instead of reacting to them or getting caught up in their meaning, just notice them and then let them go, following each breath as it moves through you. And for the last minute, let's gently shift our awareness from the breath to sound. Turn your attention to sounds all around you, hearing them as they arise. You don't need to go searching for sounds. Just remain open to whatever arises. You may notice sounds that are loud and distinct. You may notice sounds that are subtle and quiet. sounds that are near or far. And if you don't hear anything in this moment, that's okay. Just tune into the backdrop of silence. Be receptive to the distinct and subtle sounds from all directions, opening to the entire soundscape around you. Now gently relax your attention. Today, I'd like to introduce the practice of listening as a way we can deal with difficult people in our lives. From time to time, we all have to deal with people who rub us the wrong way. It seems to be an inevitable part of human interaction to encounter people who feel draining to be around or impossible to get along with. And while it may be unrealistic to turn these relationships into friendships, we can certainly infuse them with a little ease. We can't change the person in front of us, but we can work on how we perceive them, remembering that difficult people are often that way for a reason. When we get to know someone's story, if we listen closely, we might find that behind their abrasive exterior, there is a woundedness, a suffering we could never have imagined. With this understanding, it becomes easier to offer kindness. As we open up, we can develop more patience and gentleness than we'd ever thought possible. All we have to do is listen. The practice of deep listening not only shows the other person that we hear and understand them, it also builds trust. It forms a bridge so that they may also see us and relate to us in a different light. And it's amazing how relationships can transform when people feel heard. So what would happen if we put our judgments and preconceived notions aside for a moment and took the time to listen, truly and deeply listen to the person in front of us, no matter how challenging their personality? What if we paused long enough to drop our expectations and tried to understand where they're coming from instead of assuming we already know? The next time you find yourself anticipating a challenging exchange with a demanding boss or an annoying neighbor, pause and take the time to listen with less judgment, with less labels. Watch as a patience and compassion arise within you. You may realize these difficult people aren't so difficult after all. As H. Jackson Brown Jr. once said, remember that everyone you meet is afraid of something, loves something, and has lost something. And take a moment to feel your body in space. Imagine what it will feel like to move again. And then slowly wiggle your fingers and toes. And when you're ready, open your eyes. I hope you enjoyed today's Daily Calm. I invite you to practice mindful listening today. And we'll see you back here tomorrow.
I love these little life lessons. I think it's so true, and being a good listener is absolutely a skill that we all can work on, and that's so important. So today I am actually grateful for kind people, very kind people. I met a TV personality at the gym, and she was lovely, just a sweet girl. And I was like, no, I just wanted to tell you I liked your show. And she was super kind, and we had a nice little conversation. So that's what I'm grateful for tonight. Have a good night, everyone.